Now let me talk about why one should learn Linux. What is the strategic importance of Linux? Okay, many governments are shifting to Linux. For example, Denmark switches to Linux. Okay, so this is a magazine called ZNet in business, and you can see written by somebody who's a senior contributing editor, and he talks about Denmark is migrating to LibreOffice and Linux, MS Office to LibreOffice and Windows to Linux. Lyon in France switches to Linux. Okay, this is about Lyon, right, in France. Reasons for this switch: economic, can save money through open source software, but possible loss of digital sovereignty, this is a lot more important, because nowadays it is becoming very critical. I'll give an example. Here is an example. This appeared in the Guardian magazine, Guardian newspaper. Microsoft blocks Israel's use of its technology, that is Azure, was blocked in mass surveillance of Palestinians. Okay. So the question here is not if Israel is right or wrong. We are not debating that. We are not discussing that. But if something is done, Microsoft can cut off Azure is the issue. So your Windows may stop working. Your Office 360 may stop working. Things like that, because these are cloud enabled and things like that. Whatever is, so they are in a position to do that. So because of these, some of these governments, there are many more examples. I have removed that slide because is many countries are doing this. What is our scenario? Bombay Stock Exchange uses Linux. It shifted to Linux in 2016. By the way, every blue one is a link. Thanks to Red Hat Linux, you would know. It's basically a version of Linux. India's biggest stock exchange, now the world's fastest. It explains how it is done, things like that, right? 10 million to 400 million orders per day. It became the fastest, right? Trading speed became the fastest in the world. What are the government agencies that use Linux? GST, you all know about NEFT, Aadhaar, your GPay, for example, that Tanveer talked about. All of that is based on Linux. CoWIN, our vaccination program, Central Board of Direct Taxes, Employees Provident Fund Organization, and then major corporations, LIC, State Bank of India, National Stock Exchange. These are based on Red Hat and other distributions of Linux. If you click this, okay, you can see where it is. This came in 2018, of course, and then there it is. It talks about this includes government policy to use open source. Here is a policy statement. Here is a Gazette notification. I'll just quickly show this. Okay, this in Hindi and this in English. Policy on adoption of open source software for Government of India, right? So this is a policy statement in all government agencies they should use. So it's not surprising that more and more government agencies, departments, initiatives are using Linux. Courts use Linux. All courts, some 17,000 courts in India use Linux. Here is a summary of rollout of Linux. It talks about how 14,000 courts migrated. Here it is, 14,429 district subordinate courts were computerized, number one. Number two, over 14,000 judicial officers were trained in the use of Ubuntu Linux operating system. We are talking about big need for this. Okay. Okay, here is the summary. I'm going to stop here and go to the next topic. By 2023, over 60% of government IT systems, including digital services and cloud-based platforms, run on Linux. Over 70% of cloud infrastructure runs on Linux. Over 90% of native cloud applications in data centers are built on Linux. That means who is going to do all this? You need people, right? Unfortunately, the problem is over 60% of IT professionals lack unfamiliarity with Linux, a major challenge for Linux adoption.